What's up, man?
What's up?
How you in at work?
Got fired yesterday.
For real? I thought you had a day off yesterday.
I did. I went in there to pick up my check, came home. Supervisor called me about 4 o'clock. Talking about they got me on videotape stealing boxes.
What the fuck you doing stealing boxes for? What, you trying to build a clubhouse? Man, I know you ain't go out like that.
Hell no. They ain't got me on tape. She said they did. Fired me on the spot. Talking about pressing charges.
God damn.
Yo, so what is up, guys? I'm at my job, well, my old job, and I'm trying to get my stuff out of my locker. They wouldn't let me in to get it. I mean, I thought I was gonna be able to get in, but I couldn't. So I'm just waiting out here to see if what they will bring out of the locker. I honestly don't know what I needed out of the locker. I just needed to check to make sure there wasn't anything in there that I didn't. So the crazy thing is, it's like I'm not like that upset about not working here no more. It's been, I think I worked there for like 6 years, which is a long time, but it's kind of like on and off. Like I go months at a time without working or, you know, shit like that. All right, so I couldn't really stay there that long. They basically made me leave, so I had to go. I'm kind of sort of down the street, kind of not down the street. I pulled over, somebody called me, but yeah, man, so I'll have to like, when I get back to the house, I'll like actually tell you guys the story of how and why I got fired and why it's just really some bullshit all the way around. I don't regret it because I'm not ever gonna let anybody like just disrespect me, but yeah. Yo, so what is up, guys? All right, so it's the next day, but really quickly, or I guess briefly, I wanted to just like tell people what happened at my job. I had, like I said, I had worked there for about 5 or 6 years, on and off, like I said. So I'd take trips for 2 months, come back, you know what I mean, work a couple of days and leave again. So like I worked there for 6 years, but I wasn't there every day. Like at some certain stints, like when my first like three years or so, I probably like actually worked there. But after that, it was kind of like, yeah, whatever. But anyway, so about a week ago, about 2 weeks ago, they created I was a bartender. They created a bar at my job. Like, have you ever seen, in Chick-fil-A, it's kind of like the, like in the drive-thrus in Chick-fil-A, they have like the little people outside with like the little pads, and they take your order and stuff. Like that to kind of like speed up drive-thru line. So they created a bar that was like that, where someone would be walking around like in the lobby, or you know, walking, you know, through other people's lines and stuff, and they would take the orders like that, and people would pay with credit card. So the problem with that is that as a bartender, you know, most of my money I make off of tips. So with that bar, the bartender who's actually working the bar and the person who are, you know, who's doing the, you know, taking the orders, walking out, you're not really making any tips. Like, I mean, you can make some credit card, but it's not the same, like, you know what I mean? Like, as if you were at the register. So, you know, I wasn't making the same, like, you know, kind of the same kind of tips that I normally would have been making. And I knew that because other people had worked there before me. So me and my manager got into an argument. You know, I was trying to explain to him, like, look, you know, I come to work on time. You know what I'm saying? I don't miss days whenever, you know, when I decide to come in, I don't miss days. If I tell you to come in, I come in on time. I do my job. You know what I'm saying? I've been here for a while. So why does it feel like, you know, you're trying to like, and not to mention, I was the highest sales in the job, like on a consistent basis. I had the highest sales like every night. So, and I'm like, why are you, like, it seems like you're trying to like punish me, like, you know what I'm saying, for whatever the reason is. And, you know, I didn't think it was fair. So me and my manager got into it, and it was actually kind of bad. Like, I mean, this wasn't the first time, you know, like I felt like someone was trying me, so I had to like, you know, tell them like, you know, that I wasn't going to like, you know, let that happen. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of got into it, and they ended up moving my bar or whatever. So my manager tells me after that, there's a different manager, like a manager like above the people that we kind of deal with every day. He tells me like, hey, you know, we're gonna change it so that we're only gonna put people on there when they're late. Like, that's how we're gonna choose the people to be on that bar. And we're also gonna be hiring people in the future to only do that bar. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, so I won't have to worry about it. So the next shift that I work, I'm back on the bar. Mind you, the week before when I got into it with my manager and I actually argued and like cussed the guy out and shit. Another one of my managers comes up to me and tells me that the manager I got into it with, we'll call him manager A, and we'll call the other one manager B. And the big guy who told me I wouldn't have to worry about that bar, he'll be manager C. So manager A is the one that I got into an argument with. So yada yada, he moved me off of the bar. So later on that particular shift, manager B comes up to me and tells me, he said that manager A said, I don't like that motherfucker, I want him gone. So in my head, it's like, all right, now you got like this personal like thing against me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you don't like me, that's fine. But like, we can't be at work and try to be professional and you have like this, like a vendetta against me, you know what I'm saying? For like really no reason, like, you know. But anyway, so the following shift, manager A puts me back on that same bar again. And this time, you know, I just wasn't really in the mood, you know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and set up the bar, set it up, yada, yada, yada. It was done, so I'm sitting down waiting for the meeting before the show. And the manager A comes up to me and goes, hey, how many beers and stuff do you have on your bar? And I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many I got. So he kind of like walks off and then he comes back and he goes, how many beers do you have on your bar? And I was like, I just told you I don't know how many beers I have on my bar. Like, I literally just told you that. So then he's like, oh, well, go figure it out. See, now that's already bad. It was already going to be bad because of his tone. Like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like for people to talk to me in a certain kind of way. But it was worse because I had that, you know, prior information that he wanted me gone. So I felt like he was just fucking with me for no, you know, no real reason at all. So, you know, so I didn't really like it. And, you know, we kind of ended up getting into it. So he's like, oh, no, you gonna count it. I'm like, no, because the managers, when they come in, they're supposed to set up your bar, like put your product aside for your bar, like your wine, your liquor, and your beer, and like your waters and stuff. They're supposed to put it to the side for you, you know, so it's ready when you get there. All I have to do is go bring it to the bar and you'll set the bar up. So I'm like, no, if you would have, you know, done your job, you would know exactly how many beers I had because you were supposed to set it up. I had to come in and do your job and my job on a bar that I don't want to be on. You know what I mean? So, and I felt like that was a valid point. So then he's like getting all upset and he's like, you know, kind of talking crazy. Like, and it's not really what he's saying. It's more so the way he's saying it to me. Like he has like some kind of like authority or something. Like, I mean, I guess technically with his job title and all that stuff, like technically he does, but I don't operate like that. Like, and you know what I mean? Like, enough as far as respect, like if you give me respect, you have mine. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to reciprocate the same energy that you have for me. So we're like, he's like, you know, just talking kind of crazy. So basically in the end, I ended up telling him, fuck you. And he goes back and he tells manager C, you know, that I said to go fuck yourself. And I'm like, no, well, technically I didn't say go fuck yourself. I said, fuck you. But, you know, technically, I mean, I guess you're close enough. So anyway, they sent me home. And then I talked to manager C, which is the big guy, you know, like one of the head guys. And he goes, this is a few days later. He goes, hey, basically, because after I got sent home, let me rewind. After I got sent home, I told them, well, I told the big manager, the head guy, manager C, about manager A telling manager B that he wanted me gone. You know what I mean? Like, I told him exactly what he said. And so the couple days later when he called me, he goes, hey, which manager told you that? You know, and I didn't want to put his name out there. I'm not that guy. I didn't want to like drag anyone into it if I didn't have to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that guy. If you tell me something, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna put you in it or tell who said it, you know what I mean, if I don't have to. So basically he tells me, if you don't tell us who told you that, you know what I mean, then we can't really help you because, you can't really tell your manager that. And he's like, that's the only thing that'll help you because it'll be like he was provoking you, to get that out of you, which is the truth from what I know. And so I called the manager B who told me what he said, and I go, hey, is it okay? I told him the situation, like, I'm probably gonna lose my job if you don't help me out with this. You can't get in trouble for just, relaying what you heard, you know what I'm saying? Like what was said. So he ends up saying like, he's like, all right. And, so I call manager C back and I'm like, hey, manager B is the one who told me, just, ask him about it and, he'll clear it up. So what's today? Today's Saturday. So Thursday I get a call and my manager's like, oh, I'm sorry. But we had to let you go. So I'm like confused. I'm like, you didn't talk to the other, you didn't talk to manager B? And he's like, yeah, we talked to him, but he didn't cooperate, with what you said. According to him, manager A never said those things. So I'm like really confused, you know what I'm saying? And me and manager B, a little backstory, we were supposed to be cool. Like we even talked about like opening a business together. So, I'm just like confused. I'm like, oh, what I'm saying, are you sure you asked him? You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't on the same day I got sent home. It was like a week prior to. So, are you sure that you asked him about the right time period and stuff? And he's like, I literally repeated what you said and asked him if manager A ever said that. And he said no. So I'm like really confused. I'm calling the guy. He's not answering the phone. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up texting him and, basically just tell him like, yo, bro, like that's lame. You know what I'm saying? Like you said you were going to tell him, you know what I'm saying? You didn't hold it down, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, and then he ends up calling me back like on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Yesterday, actually, when I went up to the job, he called me on Friday and he's like, oh, well, he didn't even ask me about that, yada, yada. But at this point, like, you know what I mean? Like the other guy, me and manager C, the head guy, we were like cool, you know what I'm saying? So, but there's someone above him. So he didn't make the call about firing me. It was the guy above him. If it was up to manager C, I'm pretty sure I would still have a job. I probably would have got like a final written warning. So like one more thing I would have done, I probably would have gotten fired, but I don't think he would have fired me. So, but yeah, he's like, oh, so he didn't ask me that. But I believe manager C, because he doesn't really have any reason to lie to me. I'm already fired, you know what I'm saying? So like, and like I said, we have been cool for some years now, but so then I go see, when I go pick up my stuff yesterday, I talked to manager C. I'm like, hey, he said that you never asked him, and he's just like confused, like, what does he mean? I didn't ask him. I definitely asked him 2 times specifically, and I even asked him if he was sure. So basically manager B, the B stands for bitch, but but yeah, he's a bitch. He's lame. So basically I ended up losing my job for that. But I mean, it is what it is. Everything happens just because, for any, people say everything happens for a reason. I'm still trying to, see what that reason is, but hopefully we find out soon. I'm going to keep grinding this, keep grinding this YouTube. I just started a screen printing business. So I'm going to be grinding that. And it's not officially launched yet. So, I'm still grinding, still practicing. I'm taking like little small orders here and there from people. So if you guys are interested in that, I would like post videos on that. Also, we're going to get back into reactions. So anything you guys want to see me react to, we're going to be doing that as well. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.